Greetings adventurers, this is Lore, your guild advisor, and this is my speculation and theory video on what the Japanese 3rd anniversary event is going to entail. Like we already know, it's Astrea Record. It's going to be launching tomorrow night, Thursday, if you're in America, on June 18th. And I just want to do the speculation, like what exactly is going to be happening in the story, what kinds of things you might be expecting to see in part 1, and also what other units I suspect that we may get as future playable units in part 2 and part 3 of the event, because that's how the Argonaut event worked. We had two humongous parts of the story divided into two parts, part 1 and part 2, and we got different characters for each part. And I suspect we're going to get a lot more characters when we do get part 2 and part 3, so some speculation on what some of the playable characters might be. And just before I go deeper into the speculation, I will say I'm not going to spoil anything that's in future light novels that's beyond what the anime has covered. So if you are anime only, I'm not going to be spoiling anything crazy for y'all. I will keep you guys in mind. And like I said, I have not watched the English promotional video yet for the event. I've only seen the Japanese version, so I do know like what I'm about to see, but I don't know any of the translations involved, so this will be fun. I'm probably going to be stopping a lot during this video, so bear with me, but let's just dive in. There's that beautiful logo that got revealed a week ago. Searching for an answer, I'm still lost. So again, this event takes place 7 years ago from DanMachi present, during a dark time in Horario when the Dark Guilds were still around, the Dark Familias, the Evils or Evilists, and there's Ryu, of course, saying she's still searching for an answer, she's still lost. This is gonna be awesome. Silence in Horario, Apocalypse, the Deadly 7 Days, the Great Feud, the Day of the War, Despair. So many dark words. This is gonna be an intense event. Absolute Malevolence, Darkness Beneath, the Origin of Darkness, the Song of Sins, Justice and Evil. Justice referring to Astrea Familia, because Astrea is the goddess of justice, and evil, of course, referring to the evils, evilists. Mortal beings named as Justice. Likely Astrea Familia. Now, I assume they're like using like screenshots from the anime, but if they actually animated stuff for this, there's Valletta. I was super psyched when I saw Valletta here because she's a character mentioned in later Sword Oratoria novels. I was not expecting to see her here. That's super awesome. And there's Vito right there from the Christmas 2018 event, which is super cool because Omori Sensei, the author of the light novels, who also writes the anniversary event stories and also that Christmas 2018 story. Vito was part of Evilist. He's an original character made for that Christmas story in the mobile game, in DanMemo. So in a way, Omori Sensei is like canonizing Vito into like the DanMachi canon, because there's no way that this event is not canon. Like this is a way for Omori Sensei to tell us the story of stuff that happened during those dark ages in Horario. Stuff that even light novel readers are very curious about, because we don't have too much of a clue what happened then. So this is super exciting for us because it's always been teased. We get like small snippets of it every now and then throughout the light novels, but now we're getting a full-blown story, not just any like full-blown story. This is apparently going to be like 1.5 anime seasons worth of content. And unfortunately, guys, like they're supposed to be saying things. They're supposed to be like saying, hearing the voices of these characters. I think I said before that we're not going to get a fully voiced event when this event actually launches tomorrow night because of the COVID delays, the COVID pandemic delaying the recording of all of this. Like it's a lot of voice recordings, so I understand that. Unfortunately, there has to be a delay for the voices. Hopefully I do get it out sooner than later. They did say they plan to get all the voices out before the event actually ends, but the whole event ends in August, so hopefully we don't have to wait much longer than July to hear all of this. Oh man. But they did get Ryu's voice actress to actually say some stuff in the PV, because Ryu's voice actress is super famous. She's like S tier in the voice actresses in Japan. So Hayami, my favorite voice actress, actually. Glorious has already fallen to the dark side. So when it says the glorious hero has already fallen to the dark side, let's just pull up some images right now, because we might as well do that while we have it up. I'm assuming they're talking about Zard, who is a former member of Zeus Familia. Now, this was talked about in DanMachi Season 2, but there were 3 great quests back then. One was against the Behemoth, and we actually fought like a pseudo-Behemoth during the Grand Day event, which was the first anniversary event in DanMemo. And then the second great quest was against the Leviathan, and that's something that's mentioned in Sword Art Historia Volume 6, and that's actually something that they announced is going to be adapted into the game at some point, because they adapted Volume 5 of Sword Art Historia as Under Resort Crossing, and I think sometime after this anniversary event ends, and then after probably like a summer event where we get more characters in swimsuits, we're probably going to get that Sword Art Historia Volume 6 adaptation finally. But yeah, the second great quest was against the Leviathan, and then the third great quest was against the Black Dragon, and there's some mention of that at the very end of DanMachi Season 2, and also, of course, in Volume 6 of DanMachi main series light novel, and also Volume 8 of the main series light novel. And because of that last quest that was failed, the Black Dragon still lives, and then Zeus and Hera Familia were severely weakened. And because of that, at some point down the line, Loki and Freya Familia actually chased both Zeus and Hera Familia out of Aurario. And you can see here it says former Zeus Familia member, and then for Althea, former Hera Familia member. And it seems they are antagonists in this story. So I assume at some point we're going to see these characters, and we'll see that they're actually allied with the evils, possibly the brand new god, Erebus. He's going to be very important, of course, because they got Matsuoka voicing him, Belle's voice actor. And of course, we got to have Matsuoka voice a character, because he is pretty much tied to this franchise. And what better way to attach it to a character than someone that's probably the most important antagonist for this event. But the glorious hero, likely Zard, that they're talking about in the PV. Let's go back to that. And then, oh yeah, there's Otaro right there. And he's wearing different armor than we usually see him wearing, so I assume that this Otaro is going to be a unit in Part 2 or Part 3 because of this. And with the way they're framing this shot, Otaro, like, what the heck are you doing here? Zeus Familia. That's Otaro speaking. The mightiest Familia is gone. I'll just have to look for another battlefield worth fighting at. And, you know, let's go back to that. Oh my god. Whenever this happens, whether this is Part 2 or Part 3, probably Part 3, because you would think like this is kind of like a climactic fight, because this is 7 years ago, so it's possible that Otaro is not the strongest yet. He's probably going against someone that is super strong, and Zard is a character that was teased before. Like this, he was teased as this image, like we don't want to we put a helmet on him, like who is he? And I was like, he kind of looks generic, but we got to see his face. And we got his face. And oh boy, he's important, because he's from Zeus Familia. And a lot of us are thinking that this is the fight that gets Otaro to level 7. And then Zard, it's possible that Zard, like, Otaro beats him, and then Zard runs away. Because we've known, I think it's also mentioned in Grand Day Eve, that there is one other character that rivals Otaro in strength, and we know in present day Otaro is level 7, and if there is someone that rivals him in strength, it would have to be someone possibly from Zeus Familia or Hera Familia, and Zard might be that person. It's crazy. This is amazing for anyone that's super invested into DanMachi. It's just crazy. Hera Familia, can't believe you were alive. So it looks like they're framing Riveria against Althea. The era of gods is going to end, and I'm going to end it. Dear lord, this is crazy. Oh my god, this is gonna be so awesome. The dark era of Aurario. People cried. How many of them died? How many of them got killed? People laughed during the worst time of the history of the city. Here. The sound of Aurario collapsing. That's all of us. And this right here, I didn't know what that translation said when I first saw it, because it was in Japanese. But I'm like, that's gods disappearing. Like, 3 gods are disappearing at the same time. And millions are wiped out. What can they do without the deities and blessings? So yeah, if you like watch season 2 of the anime, you know that when a goddess or god disappears, everyone who is part of that familia, their status is locked. They don't have that status until they like convert to another familia. So all their abilities, their strength, it's just taken away. So when your god disappears, you're pretty much a weakling. If your god disappears in the middle of a battle and you're fighting someone, you're probably gonna die because you just lost all that strength. So it's devastating if a god goes back to heaven. For that familia, it could just mean destruction if this is like a planned attack, which is probably what we're going to be seeing a lot of in this event. And there's Matsuka's character. Man, I hope they re-upload this PV with voice acting, never to get all that down, because oh my gosh. Oh, this would be so much more epic if they revealed this PV with voice acting. Here's the perfect ending for the show. For Ario will vanish today. We are absolute benevolence. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, so cool. Oh my god, there is voice acting. Hope is gone. Justice has been defeated. But still. Astrea Familia's emblem. The new song. The theme. Oh my lord. There's Elise. Artie. Yeah. Ganesha Familia member. Shakti's sister. And she's mentioned in volume 14 of the main series. And I went nuts when I realized who this was. Because I didn't get the translation. I was watching the stream, the Japanese stream, and I heard like Ganesha, and I was like, wait, this is Shakti's sister. Holy crap. Someone that's like mentioned in like one sentence in volume 14 is in this event. Awesome. And a lot of people say she looks like Shinon from SAO, and I definitely see it, especially with her newer design and alicization. Like the blue hair, the blue clothing. Resemblance is there, I see it. Astrea, I'm so excited. Man, I wish there was voice acting. Like, during all these parts, you would hear them saying something. And oh my lord. Finn, younger version of Finn. Like, the 3 Loki members are like wearing alternate versions of regular outfits here. I'm ready to see this fight between Ribery and Althea. Yo. Justice goes around and comes around. Eric told us that. I can't speak properly, guys. I'm too invested. I love this shot. I love this shot so much. Astrea Familia. This is. I don't think you guys understand. When episode Ryu was announced, when the light novel was announced, I thought this is what it would be about, Astrea Familia. And I still like what we got. With that, we got the casino story, and then how Ryu ended up at the hostess of fertility after she destroyed like the rest of the evils after her trying to get revenge for the death of her familia. But I thought episode Ryu was going to be about Astrea Familia, and it wasn't. And ever since then, I'm like, I really want to know like a story about them. I just want to see how they interacted with each other, just an adventure with them, and we're getting that. We're practically getting Familia Chronicle episode Astrea with this. This is insane to me. It's insane. I don't deserve this, Amori Sensei. I don't deserve this. Seigi. Seigi means justice in court. In case you guys didn't know. And that's the PV. Beautiful. Oh my god, I'm overwhelmed with emotion. Anyway, so what is there to cover here? Like, what other possible characters we can get as units for part 2 and part 3? Like, we know we have D6 now, we got the welfare review, and with how Argonaut worked, we got a welfare, like, freebie Argo that we got to maximum break just by doing quests. In a similar fashion, we have a freebie Ryu that we can maximum break doing the event quest. Then later on in the event, during part 2, we got a gacha character Argonaut. So I assume later on during this event, we're going to get a gacha character Ryu. That nails down at least one character that we'll probably get in the future in part 2 or part 3. But we know we have the 3 lucky family members: Finn, Reveria, Gareth, and then of course Elise, the captain of Astrea Familia, along with Astrea herself, and then Artie from Ganesha Familia, Shakti's sister, and apparently Ryu's friend. And as for other characters, we gotta be getting Otaro, because we've seen that outfit of his, that silhouette of that new outfit he's wearing when he's fighting against Zard. So that's definitely going to be a unit, a new Otaro. I pray to God that we're going to get Zard and Althea. That'd be so epic. And then Erebus as well, I really hope. Because ever since DanMemo started, like when we be getting these original stories, and we get like these original characters made for them, I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to like expand the amount of characters available in the game. But even with the last Christmas event, based around Haruhime, we had like Talvi and then Ridari, like some cool characters from that event, but they didn't get units. And then even the year before then, with the 2018 Christmas event, we had Vito show up in that, and also Noel, and we didn't get them as units either. I don't think we're gonna get Vito as units here because he missed his chance. I'll be super stoked to see Valletta get a unit, because I just love her character design, and that sword looks crazy. It looks awesome. I really want Erebus as a unit, so I hope that's the case as well. And as for other of course I can't skip out on Kaguya and Lyra. That's guaranteed. Like, we're guaranteed to get Kaguya, Lyra, and not Erebus, Otaro as units. But that's like 3. That's like 3. So you would, and then Gacha Ryu, that's 4 characters. You'd have to think that Zard and Althea are characters we'll be getting, and then maybe Valletta. I don't think Olivus either. I don't even care for him really. Maybe Omori Sensei will make me care about him here. Erebus, please. And as for other characters that will possibly appear in this event, you would think Shakti for sure, because she's the leader of Ganesha Familia. Artie is her sister. And it's referenced in episode Ryu, Astrea Familia worked with Ganesha Familia, like policing Arario in the name of justice. Like you see right here, Familia ruling justice and order. Astrea Familia fought alongside Ganesha Familia against the evils and then the injustices that were happening in Arario during the Dark Ages, so I assume we're going to see Shakti. And of course we know that Loki, Gareth, and Reveria are appearing in this event, so we have Loki Familia representation. And there is a younger version of Eyes that's present in Arario at this time. She's not going to be doing any fighting because she's just a child. This is 7 years in the past. So Eyes is like 9 years old. She's not going to be fighting any evils, but she might get a small cameo. I would think she would, because she is one of the main characters of DanMachi, and if she's actually in the city, I would assume they'd show her at some point. Maybe just like a small interaction with this trio right here. Like, sorry, we gotta go and do some business. You stay here, Eyes, and start trading up. And depending on how the timeline works, because like 7 years ago is very close to when Mamma Mia, the owner of the pub, and also Anya, is very close to when they started opening the pub. So I'm wondering if this happened first, and because of stuff that happens during this event, that causes like Mia to like retire as an adventurer, because Mia used to be the captain of Freya Familia. So if she's still captain of Freya Familia here, that'd be really cool to see her. And then Anya as well, because Anya went with Mia to start that pub. So we could be seeing like Alan and Anya fighting together, and it'll be quite fitting as well, because they fought together as a team against Vito during the Christmas 2018 event. And very fitting because Vito was in this event. And I wonder if that is the case. Now I feel like I have to go back to the Christmas event and see if Anya or Alan or Otaro like recognize this guy or Ryu. Like it's been almost 2 years, and I did make a video on that Christmas event, but now I really want to rewatch it now before this to see if they recognize and to see if Amori Sensei even planned this out. Oh my gosh, that really makes me want to reread that event. That's crazy. But yeah, there's a lot of things that could be happening here. We could see a younger version of Eyes. We could be getting, I really hope we get Althea and Zard as characters. I really want to know what caused, like, we know that Zeus and Hera Familia got weakened after the failed third great quest against the Black Dragon. But I want to know why exactly Loki and Freya Familia decided to like run them out. And then how Zard and Althea ended up like joining the evils. Like that's super interesting. And we don't have too much information about Zeus and Hera Familia in the light novel. So this is, again, a super exciting event for anyone that's super invested in light novels and patiently waiting for Volume 15, and there's not even a date for that. We're getting Sword of Victoria Volume 12 next month, so a lot of good stuff for DanMachi lore nuts like me happening so soon. This is crazy. So I think we're going to have to end the analysis and speculation video here because we're already like almost 20 minutes in, if not more. And as for other units, I know Ariadne got 2 assist characters, so it's possible that we might be getting 2 versions of Astrea. But I'm really thinking that we're finally going to be getting like more and more original characters now, because technically they're canon, unlike the Christmas event from the previous one, the one we just had with Haruhime. Like that's probably not canon, but this event definitely is. So hopefully Erebus, hopefully Valletta. I'd love to see her as a unit. And then Zard and Althea for sure. I would love them as characters. But yeah, what are you guys hoping to see? What are your theories? There is one other Dark God that might make an appearance, but I don't want to mention him because of spoilers. But what are your guys' theories as for characters that might show up in this event? Who are you wanting to see show up as like gacha units in Part 2 and Part 3? Of course, I'm going Zard, Althea, Erebus. Those characters. I want, please, like starting to get more villains as actual characters. Like we don't have a playable Ravis, but if we get Zard and Althea and Valletta, I'd be super happy about that. But this event is gonna be super exciting. We're going to be learning so much about Astrea Familia and just like the Dark Ages in general, and then more about Zeus and Hera Familia. This is awesome. So again, what are you guys hoping to see from this event? If you want to if you have some speculation such as related to like spoilers in future light novels beyond the anime, I strongly ask that you guys like type spoilers in big caps and then like add 2 like line breaks afterwards, so YouTube comments hides that unless you click read more. If you're going to go into spoiler content, please go ahead and do that for people that have not read the light novels and are just know the anime. But yeah, what are you guys hoping to see? Who are you guys wanting to see as units? What are your speculations? I want to know all of that. And this event starts, oh my gosh, tomorrow night. And then I'll probably do like a review and speculation on what could happen in Part 2 after I finish reading Part 1, and then so on and so forth when Part 2 releases, and then we're waiting for Part 3. So this event is going to be super fun, super awesome. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It's a long one. It's me analyzing all this DanMachi goodness. I'm so excited. I can't wait for it tomorrow night. And again, if you want to see more DanMachi content, go ahead, like this video, sub to the channel, follow me on Twitter, and join my Discord. And as always, continue enjoying your time venturing Ario and the dungeon. This is Lorne, your guild advisor, signing out.
風に揺らいでゆく鈍色の光照らす世界で今選ぼうその